Connor, I'll be on a business trip at the beginning of next month.
Huh? A business trip? I thought you worked from home.
Yeah, but I sometimes went out to meet my clients, remember? My new client lives far away. So it's gonna take me some time to get there. I have to interview them for my next project.
Are you gonna be out for a few days?
I hope to come back as soon as possible. But the place I'm heading to is famous for its snowy weather. My flight might get cancelled because of the weather. If so, I'll have to stay for the night.
Yeah, the flights are definitely gonna be canceled if there's a snowstorm.
Can you take care of Maya for 2 days this weekend, when I'm away on my business trip? It would be great if you can take a day off on Friday.
Okay, I'll take a day off.
If you can't, I'll ask Mom to take care of Maya.
It's fine. I'll take care of her when you're away. I haven't been able to spend time with her recently, and I've always depended on you to take care of her and to do all the housework. I want to do something for you, too.
I'm glad to hear that.
You know, you looked pretty scary when I went out on the weekends.
I'm happy to know that you're considerate of your family. If you refused to take care of Maya while I was away, I might have lost my temper, to be honest.
I wanted to avoid you getting angry at me.
Hey, did you agree just because you didn't want me to get angry at you?
No. I just wanted to spend some time with Maya. I've been so busy that I wasn't able to play with her. She's already asleep when I get home. I thought you might forget who her father is if I don't make some time for her.
Yeah, I agree. I know you're busy with work, but you've been depending on me to do everything around the house.
Sorry, I bet you're tired.
Yeah, you're not the only one who works, Connor. I work from home, so I do have more free time than you, who works at the office, but I work the same number of hours as you. I was really busy doing everything by myself. Maya turned 5 this year, and she's capable of doing more things by herself. But we also have to be extra careful so she doesn't hurt herself.
I'll be more cooperative, Camilla.
It's not about cooperation. We're supposed to take care of our child together.
That's right. I'm sorry I'm such a bad father.
It's not funny. I'm in charge of taking Maya to school, and to pick her up. I spend all of my weekends looking after her as well. I don't have any time for myself. For the past few months, I had no free time at all.
I'm really sorry. I have an idea. How about you enjoy some free time after you finish your work during your business trip, huh? You can take a few days off.
Really? I'm kinda worried though.
Why? I promise I'll take good care of Maya.
I'm not used to leaving her. I'll probably be too worried to enjoy my trip, so I'll come home as soon as possible. It does depend on the weather though.
Come on, you should relax sometimes. I thought you wanted free time.
Few hours is enough for me.
You could be more selfish, Camilla. But if you say so, I won't force you to. Don't worry about anything, Maya, okay? I'll take good care of her while you're away.
Thanks. Make sure to take a day off for me when I'm away, okay? Connor, my flight got cancelled.
Yeah, I thought so. I heard there's a really bad snowstorm. The news said many flights are getting cancelled. Are you gonna use a bus instead?
I heard they're also delayed. And I might not be able to reserve a seat.
I bet everyone wants a seat in this situation. The road must be really crowded as well.
I think so. I'm really unlucky.
How about you stay for the night? The company is gonna pay for you anyways.
But... are you okay? How's Maya?
Maya's a really good girl. We just finished eating dinner, so the only thing left to do is sleep.
Did she take a bath?
She said she wants to take a bath with you tomorrow after you come home. Maya will go to bed soon.
Okay, I'll take a bath with her when I get home.
See, Maya and I are doing perfectly fine. You should stay at a hotel tonight and relax. The weather forecast said it was going to be sunny tomorrow. It's dangerous to come home during a snowstorm.
Do you think so?
Yep. You've been working really hard for the past few months. Take some rest, Camilla.
If you say so, I'll stay at a hotel tonight. But I'm not sure if I can get a room for tonight. All hotels must be really crowded in this bad weather. Okay. Take good care of her, Connor. You can read her favorite book before she goes to sleep. It should be next to her pillow.
Okay. Be careful on your way home. When do you think you'll arrive tomorrow?
My coworker said her flight will leave at 10 in the morning tomorrow. If I can get a ticket for the same flight, I'll be home by lunch.
Okay. Myra and I will be waiting for you at home.
Camilla, what do you think you're doing?
Mom? What's wrong? You've been calling me so many times. I'm shopping right now. Can I call you back later?
How can you leave your 5-year-old daughter on her own? Where are you? Why are you not with her? It's already late in the night.
Huh? My husband should be with her.
Wait, what are you talking about? Huh? Maya was alone though. She was wandering around my neighborhood on her own.
Huh? Wait a minute. Maya was near your house? How? You live several blocks away.
I want to ask you the same exact question. She told me she came to visit us because both her parents were away. But she got lost on her way to our house. Mrs. Johnson living nearby found Maya alone in the neighborhood, so she called me to tell me about it.
Why?
And where are you now?
I'm on my business trip right now. I was supposed to get home tonight, but my flight got canceled because of a snowstorm. I wasn't able to get a seat on the bus as well, so I decided to stay at a hotel for tonight.
Was Connor looking after Maya when you were away?
Yeah. He told me he took a day off to take care of her. He was at home this morning when I left the house. And he also texted me a few hours ago that he just finished eating dinner with Maya.
That's weird. Maya told me she was alone since early afternoon.
Huh?
She was bored because no one was around and didn't want to eat plain bread for dinner, so she came to visit us. She's eating dinner your father prepared for her right now.
Wait, does that mean Connor was never looking after her? Did he leave a 5-year-old kid all alone in the house?
I guess. You haven't heard anything from him?
Nope, nothing. If he told me about this, I would be furious. It makes me cry just imagining Maya walking to your house alone. Why is this happening? I can't believe it.
I know you're worried, but calm down, okay? Maya is safe now. I know you can't forgive Connor for what he did, but you have to keep your calm.
I'm going home. The last bus still hasn't left. I don't know if I can get the tickets, but I'm going to the bus stop. Okay.
We'll take care of Maya until you get home, so don't panic and stay calm. Be careful on your way home.
Okay. Mom, can you ask Maya if she knows anything about Connor? If she knows anything, can you let me know?
Okay, I'll do that. See you later.
Camilla. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Why are you apologizing?
Maya's gone. I can't find her anywhere.
Huh?
When I woke up, she was already gone. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize her going out. What should I do? Her shoes are gone, and I tried finding her around the house, but she's nowhere to be found. What am I supposed to do? Should I call the police?
If you want to, go on. But I think you'll be the one who's gonna be taken away by the police.
What are you talking about? Why are you so calm? Your daughter disappeared!
It's your fault for not paying attention to her.
I was sleeping. How could I pay attention to her when I'm asleep? I was tired from looking after her all day long.
You weren't sleeping in our house.
Huh?
You were out of the house since the afternoon. I'm guessing that you just came home.
Huh? That doesn't make sense.
I saw you, Connor. You were at Arias, your coworker's house, right?
You saw me? Or are you lying to me? You haven't come back home yet.
My mom called me yesterday night that she found Maya wandering around her neighborhood.
What?
She was bored, staying in the house alone, so she came to visit her grandparents. She told me she had been alone since the afternoon. What do you think you're doing?
No. I was always at home yesterday. I got sleepy early in the night yesterday and I had a really good night's sleep till this morning.
Then why did Maya tell my mom that she was all alone?
She's still 5, Camilla. She still makes mistakes when she talks.
Maya, who's still 5, was found all alone not in our neighborhood, but in my mom's neighborhood, which is several blocks away. Do you understand how dangerous that is? And it was also snowing yesterday. She might have gotten in an accident.
I'm sorry I didn't realize she left, but I was really at home yesterday, believe me.
After Mom called me, I used the bus to get back home. It was pretty late when I got back, maybe around 1 o'clock in the night. And you weren't at home.
Oh, I went to the convenience store around midnight.
You should have realized then that Maya wasn't in the house if you were really at home. Stop lying to me, Connor. I tried locating you using the GPS in your phone.
Huh? GPS? You installed a GPS in my phone without telling me?
We shared each other's location that we'll be able to find our phone when we lost it. Do you remember that?
Oh, right.
And I found your car parked in front of your coworker's apartment. My dad and I waited for you to come out of her room in the morning. And we caught you leaving her room this morning. We have photos as proof.
I'm really sorry.
Stop making excuses, alright?
Yes, I promise I won't. I'm sorry.
Then leave the house by the end of this month and sign the divorce papers for me.
Huh? Are we getting divorced?
Of course.
Wait a minute. Arya and I are just really good friends. We never had romantic feelings for each other.
But Arya said she had an affair with you. After you left her room, we went to visit her, so I know everything. And she also agreed to pay for compensation. She apologized to me crying. She knew you were married.
You have to be joking.
No, I'm not. Our divorce is not official yet. But I have all the audio recorded as proof.
Camilla, I'm really sorry. I admit that we had an affair, but I was never serious about her.
So what? You think you would be forgiven if you weren't serious?
No, but you admire the most important things in my life.
If we were really important to you, I don't think you would leave your daughter alone to visit your lover. You have to be kidding. I can't believe you did this, Connor. You chose your lover over your daughter. I never knew Maya was less important to you than your lover, who you weren't seriously in love with.
No, you're misunderstanding. I was planning to get home early, but I was tired and fell asleep.
I don't care. You left your daughter alone, at home, to visit your lover. That fact speaks for itself. I'm gonna divorce you.
I'm really sorry, Camilla. I know I did something that you could never forgive me for. I should have taken this more seriously.
Yes, you should have been more serious about your daughter, your wife, and your affair. I bet you were meeting your lover when you came home late and left the house on the weekend saying you had work to do. You wanted me to stay at a hotel during my business trip so you'll have time to go meet your lover. You always planned to leave Maya alone. You planned to spend time with a lover while I was away.
No, Camilla. You're misunderstanding.
Arya showed me the text you sent her.
I will never meet her again. I will never betray you again. So please, don't divorce me.
I can't believe you. So, I'm getting a divorce. I was shocked to hear you've been cheating on me. But what shocked me the most was how you left Maya alone. That is something I would never do as her parent.
I promise to be a better father. I'll make sure to spend more time with Maya. I'll spend more time with my family.
I don't need a father who leaves his 5-year-old daughter all alone. I don't need a husband who doesn't take care of his child nor does any housework, spending all of his free time with his lover. I will do everything around the house as usual. I realized we were better off without you. After I found out about his affair, we talked about our divorce and custody of our daughter with both of our parents. Connor claimed that he doesn't want a divorce until the very end. Considering that he had an affair and that he left Maya all alone, no one was on his side. Both of our parents blamed Connor for his actions, and he finally signed the divorce papers 2 months later. He was also secretly accusing Arya for revealing everything to me. She eventually got enough of that and told everyone at the company about their affair. After Arya paid us for compensation, she left the company. On the other hand, Connor hasn't been able to quit his job, considering all the payment he has to make for us, including compensation money and child support. His boss was really disappointed in him, and all of his coworkers look down on him now. Connor kept on calling me to tell me that he's really sorry about the affair and that he regrets everything he did. But I can never forgive him for leaving Maya all alone while I was away. I'm not able to delete his contacts because he still has plenty to pay. But I won't be replying to him unless necessary. I honestly think he deserves it. He should take responsibility for his own actions. Maya seemed calm and happy while she was at my parents' house. But as soon as she saw me come pick her up, tears were rolling down her cheeks. She seemed really sad about being left alone for so many hours. I don't think I can ever forgive Connor for making her feel this way. But there's more things to do than hating my ex-husband. I hope Maya isn't traumatized from this experience. I will stay by her side as much as I can to tell her that she can trust me at all times. I'll fill her up with happy memories so that she can forget about her terrifying experience one day. I will never leave Maya alone again. Might be hard sometimes taking care of her on my own, but with the help of my parents and Connor's parents, I will do anything for the best of my beloved daughter.
Hey, Molly. So what's going on with Steve's funeral?
Oh, hey, Dad. Perfect timing. I've been meaning to talk to you.
If you've got something planned, then hurry up and tell me when it's gonna be. Unlike some people I know, I have a life.
Yeah, I was just about to send you the details. The visitation is going to be this Friday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., and the funeral will start at 1 p.m. the next day.
Got it.
Hey, Dad? I'm only saying this because I remember what happened at Mom's funeral, but please, Dad, can you please not make any inappropriate comments about your business relationships at Steve's funeral? Like, about primary contractors and subcontractors and all?
What are you saying?
Well, your company doesn't have any direct connections with my husband's company, but you do share some of the same clients, right? Basically, there are probably going to be some people at the funeral from companies that you've met before and do business with. So before you come, I'd just like you to keep in mind that anything inappropriate that you say or do at Steve's funeral will probably have a much bigger impact than what you did at Mom's funeral.
I don't get it. What's your problem?
I mean, you have this thing about business relationships. Like primary contractors are the most important and subcontractors are just underlings or something.
Yeah, and? Your point? People need to know their place in this world.
Yes, that's certainly true about some things. But you're choosing a very specific and very, outdated issue to focus on, is what I'm saying. Remember, my husband's parents lost their son when he was just 25 years old, and the funeral is supposed to be a place where they can say their proper goodbyes and find some sense of peace. Please, Dad, I'm begging you, don't go saying anything untoward to them during the funeral, okay? Dad? I was very explicit when I talked to you before. Would you mind explaining why you screamed, "Know your place," peasant at the representative of one of your client companies and kicked him out of the church?
Huh? Oh, you mean that little upstart from Arthravale Manufacturing? That pathetic little factory outside of town? That place is a subcontractor of one of my subcontractors. We got a big deadline coming up. Who does he think he is showing up at a funeral when the only reason he even exists is to meet that deadline?
I don't believe this.
Oh yeah, and about your husband. Just because he went and kicked the bucket doesn't mean I'm gonna let you live off my money again. You got that?
What?
I don't want you to ruin our family's reputation by coming back to live with us because you can't make it on your own. If you need help, go and live with his peasant family.
Excuse me? What is going on with you, Dad? What do you mean, live off your money?
I'm just making sure you don't go and get your hopes up, that's all. I spoke in plain English, so I won't let you pretend that you don't know what I'm talking about.
No, Dad. I have literally zero clue what you're talking about.
Then how about this? I'm disowning you.
Huh?
Don't ever show your face around my house ever again, little girl. You're no daughter of mine.
Oh, so I don't have to go see you anymore?
Have to?
You're saying I don't need to come visit you on holidays like Christmas, Easter, birthdays, that sort of thing?
Well, yeah, you're not allowed to come visit me.
I really don't get what your angle is with this, but your terms are acceptable. Thanks for letting me know you're cutting ties with me, Dad. That saves me a lot of trouble.
Hold on.
Mom's sister took all of her things from your house after she died, and I don't have anything of value left over there, so anything that's still there can be thrown away. Really, you've just saved me the trouble of disposing of a lot of old junk. I was dreading having to do that by myself.
Molly?
Let me just say this, Dad. You've disowned me of your own volition. I'm not your daughter anymore, you're not my father anymore. So don't come crying to me for help when everything comes crashing down around you. Goodbye.
What the? Hey, Molly! What's going on? What's the meaning of this? You're remarried? When did this happen?
What do you mean? My husband is my first and only husband.
Wait, what? But that doesn't make sense. Steve's dead, right? Like dead, gone. But now I'm reading in this interview online that your husband is the next in line to be the CEO of Straver Industries?
Oh, yes, my husband is set to be the next CEO of Straver Industries. But what does that have to do with Steve? I really don't see what the relevance is here. Huh?
Your husband has only been dead for a week. You should be in mourning, but you're already remarried to some wealthy, powerful businessman?
What? My husband is as healthy as a horse, Dad. I don't think I've ever seen him catch a cold. I've been married to the CEO of Straver this whole time.
Are you drunk or something? I saw you at the funeral. You were clinging onto the casket, crying your eyes out.
Oh, that? That wasn't me, Dad. That was the woman who spent so much of his money that he divorced her, his ex-wife.
I'm very confused.
Well, it had only been about 3 months since they got divorced, so I thought she deserved to know about his passing and the date and location of the funeral. Looks like she never really was able to get over him. I felt pretty bad for her. She absolutely fell apart in front of everyone.
I'm still confused. This ex-wife, who is she?
You know who she is. She's our very own prodigal daughter. She suddenly up and left home one day, and we haven't heard from her in about 10 years before she randomly showed up a year ago. She's my twin sister, Mandy.
This is giving me a headache. Your sister?
As far as twins go, we definitely do look a lot alike, and given the circumstances, I'm not surprised you couldn't tell the difference between us. But seriously, not only could you not tell the difference between us, you forgot who we married? Like, for real, Dad?
Oh, yeah. In my defense, both of you brought your fiancés to the house at around the same time, so it's pretty understandable that I'd mix them up.
Oh no, don't tell me. Did you make the exact same mistake that she did?
What mistake?
You're clearly having a hard time with this, so I'll start from the beginning. I've been dating the same guy ever since we were both in high school, remember? And that guy is Steve's younger brother.
His younger brother? Oh! Your sister got married to the older brother, Steve, and you were dating the younger brother, Stuart!
Yep, that's right. Stuart has been in line to inherit the leadership of Straver from his father ever since he started going to college. So he was going through a sort of business apprenticeship with his father while going to school.
Wait, but Stuart is the younger son. Why would he be the one to inherit the business? What about Steve? He's the older son.
Well, their dad had a long talk with the both of them about what their goals were for the future, and in the end, Steve decided that he would rather forge his own path in life, so it was decided to pass the company on to Stuart. And by the way, Mandy swooped back into town like a vulture when she heard the news that I was engaged to the next CEO of Straver Industries. But it seems that, just like you, she also operated under the assumption that the firstborn son would be the one who got the company. Since she thought I was engaged to Steve, Mandy started in on a massive effort to steal him away from me and secure her business as the wife of a wealthy businessman.
I see.
She managed to win his heart, and they even got married in short order. But just when she thought that she had succeeded in pushing me to the side, she had the horrifying revelation that it was Stuart and not Steve who would be taking over the company. It came as a massive shock to her.
Yeah, I can imagine.
That wasn't the end, though. After they got divorced, Mandy realized that she had actually fallen in love with him, even if he wasn't the wealthy businessman she thought he was. She even threw herself at his feet and begged him to take her back. But, well, she was just too late.
Oh, I guess that explains why she was crying like that.
Well, that's the end of the story. Did you get all that? Don't worry about Mandy. Aunt Gracie said she's going to look after her for the time being. You can leave her to us.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for that.
It's strange to hear from you so soon, though, Dad. Didn't you just disown me as your daughter a few days ago?
Oh, I guess I did. Hey!
What do you want now?
It's about my subcontractor, Arthravale Manufacturing.
Okay, what about them?
Their president is the younger brother of the chairman of the board of Straver Industries?
Yeah?
Yeah, well, why didn't you tell me about that?
Good grief, Dad, you really didn't know? Straver's chairman's brother founded Arthravale after retiring from Straver with the explicit purpose of training up new talent to support the industry's future. It was all in the papers. It's intentionally kept as a small-scale operation due to its purpose as a training company. So they typically only do small order subcontracting orders. It's their bread and butter. Seriously, I thought this was common knowledge for the local business community.
I had no idea.
Oh, for the love of... So you really didn't know then?
Oh no, what am I gonna do now?
Okay, I'll bite. What's the matter, Dad?
I've got to figure out some way to make it up to Arthravale's president.
I think I know what's going on, but go ahead and spell it out for me.
I've been getting call after call from clients the last few days saying they're cutting off our business relationships. I was completely floored when one of our biggest clients said that, and when I asked them why, they said that they had heard about my behavior at Steve's funeral the other day. And they didn't want to be associated with someone who made such inflammatory remarks anymore, so they're cutting ties.
Yeah, that's what I thought you'd say.
But it doesn't make any sense. What did I say that was inflammatory?
You still don't get it? Arthrovale is a small-scale operation, but the technicians who train there go on to take on important roles at multiple manufacturers all over the region. There are even some alumni who have gone on to launch massively successful companies of their own. Wherever they end up, though, the common thread between everyone who works at Arthrovale is that they are fiercely, passionately loyal to the company. Which brings us to the question of what was so inflammatory? At the funeral for a young man who died at 25 years old, you shouted at an Arthrovale representative as if you were some kind of medieval noble lording over the local serfs. You ticked off a lot of people that day, and given how loyal Arthrovale alumni are, it's only reasonable that the ones in position to do so would make moves against you and your company.
Oh no. I had no idea what sort of place Arthrovale was. If I had known, I never would have said those things about them.
You shouldn't have said those things regardless of who you were saying them about. Have you no common sense?
Of course I do.
No, Dad, the way you're responding to this is basically proof positive that you do not. If you did, you wouldn't have put yourself in this position in the first place.
Come on, Molly, you've got to do something about this.
Huh? Why should I?
Isn't it obvious you're married to one of the most influential business families in the state? That makes me the father-in-law of the next CEO of Straver Industries. I'm in a way stronger position than the president of Arthrovale. If I use my relationship with you as leverage, I can get that old geezer to do anything I want. You can save my company.
I hate to tell you, Dad, but I doubt that would work even if I tried.
Why, though?
Because it's not just my husband. The entire corporate philosophy of Straver is uniting with firms both big and small within the industry to form a mutual support network. In short, they hate businessmen like you.
No.
You really have no ground to be complaining to me in the first place.
Please, Molly, can't you do something? It doesn't have to be out in public, can't you? Just kind of give him a subtle threat behind closed doors?
No, I'm not a jerk, but seriously though, did you forget again that you disowned me?
That's not important right now.
It kind of is, but even if you were still my father, I would never do such a dirty, underhanded thing for you. Goodbye for real this time.
Molly, wait! Molly! You've got to lend me some money. Your husband's family has more money than most countries. You should be able to get me what I need with zero trouble. I've lost over 90% of my clients. I can't go on like this. It's gonna drive me into bankruptcy. You can't let that happen to me. I don't need that much, just a couple $1 million to hold my company over until we can secure some new clients. Molly!
The only reason I didn't block his number after he disowned me as his daughter was because my father-in-law, the current CEO of Straver Industries, personally requested that I did not do so. As I mentioned before, my father-in-law and my dad never had any direct business connections. But seeing as though both me and my sister married into the same family, they've met each other on a few occasions. He came to me and said that he wanted to see whether or not my dad was someone who was worthy of his help. As the father of his daughter-in-law. If my dad showed any sort of remorse for what he'd done, he would have been more than willing to help bring his company back from the brink of destruction. But alas, as you can see, my dad is incapable of remorse. We had a family conference, and after seeing my dad's last few texts, the decision was unanimous. Let him take care of himself. My dad's company went bankrupt a few weeks later. He was up to his eyeballs in debt. And with that personality of his, he didn't have any friends left who would be willing to save him. While Rusty, he did still have some skills left from his days as a regular employee in a local factory. So he had no choice but to use those skills to start over from the bottom while desperately trying to pay back his debts.